Hello, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So, I just got a chance to sit down and do some reacting. And boy, I'm a little bit in the weeds because I got a lot of reacting to do. So, I have this react to do to Foodie's live called Yo. She's currently on a live right now. I'm not exactly sure when she's going to be done with that one, but she's doing a lot of complaining in that one. And there's also a react that I want to do to a video that Sunburst Tarot, a reading that she did on Amberlyn Reed and Foodie. I wanted to react to that too. So I'm probably going to be spending the rest of the evening up until I'd say about 10 o'clock, just reacting to stuff and getting all caught up so that I won't get behind tomorrow. So, Chantal, 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 Chantal. What day is this that we're still talking about that doggone boil? Is this day 4? I've lost count by now. I've lost count how many days we've been talking about a boil of all things. Like the boil is the topic of the week, and I guess she's going to stretch out the topic for a week. I never thought we'd get here talking about a boil for almost a week. 3 more days and it will be a week. But here we are. We're talking about a boil. Speaking about boils, Chantal, I will once again go on record as saying that I think the boil is an outright lie. And for several reasons. Reason 1, because before you started talking about the boil, you were out all over Kuwait. You were going to get fast food. You were shopping at Sephora. You were cleaning your house. You were bending over. And considering the location where the boil was located, whether it was beneath your fupa or close to your kitty cat, if the boil was the size that you claimed it was, you wouldn't have been able to do any of that without screaming your head off. And since you weren't screaming your head off and you seemed rather chipper, and then you were driving around and shifting all around in the seat without wincing in pain, I'm going to say it's a lie. I'm going to say it's a lie. Also, a little side note, my roommate is a nurse, an actual nurse. She has medical training. And I talked to her today about the boil, since she was a nurse, if she had any experience with boils, people who came in with them. And if somebody came in to a hospital with a boil that size, what would be the standard procedure for a boil, especially one that large? And when I mentioned that Foodie had said that the contents of the boil were like a purplish discharge, she said that didn't seem normal. And by the way, I'm not diagnosing Foodie. I'm not her doctor. I am just relaying what my friend said as a nurse, as someone with actual medical experience. She said that something inside of a boil that is purplish, it could be more than likely an infection. It could be necrotic tissue. But also, if Foodie went to a doctor with something like that, then the doctors would want to do tests to see what exactly all that stuff was. Like, what kind of infection is it? What kind of stuff was in the boil? They'd want to know. So, yeah. Sounds like something pretty serious, but then Foodie came back online and said that she drained it herself or it popped. Even if it does, even if the boil pops on its own, if the abscess, it pops, it bursts and releases some of the discharge, more than likely the, what do you call it? The plug, an abscess or a boil would have a plug that needs to be removed. And if it's not removed, then it's going to keep coming back. So I don't know if the boil is real, but if it is real, if there is a boil of some kind, it sounds like something that needs to be treated by medical professionals. So either you got it or you don't, Foodie. I don't think you do. I don't think you ever did. My money is that one of your really sick, disgusting Beezers. I would say anime sucks because he's into all kinds of gross stuff. Maybe he paid you to talk about this stuff online. as some fetish content. I mean, you already do the feedy stuff. That's an adult fetish. And you do it in a very explicit way. You already cater to the adult baby people doing the adult baby stuff. Why wouldn't you talk about gross stuff on the internet? I mean, you love it. You love grossing people out. So there's a possibility, y'all, that somebody paid her to be gross and explicit with detail on her live. And Foodie will do anything for money. So that's just my point of view. So, also, girl world, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that things have come to this. How do we get here? How do we go from watching Chantal and Amber and being entertained to talking about really dark, disturbing subjects? How do we get here? How do we get here and how do we go back? I don't like this trail. Can I just go back the other way? I don't even know. Like Chantal's content, it's dark, it's disturbing and boring all at the same time. How did she manage that? But she did. It's lacking. It's seriously lacking. Yeah. So she's going to talk about a lot of different stuff during this 3-hour live stream. And I hope you guys can forgive me. I'm not going to react to every single minute. I don't have time to. And I'm not interested in doing a 6-7 hour react to a 3-hour video. I got other stuff that I got to do. So we're going to cover a portion of it, just a portion. We'll skip through some of the boring parts. And when I feel like stopping, I'm going to stop. And then I'll wait for Chantal to be done with her current live stream. And if it's not all the way processed, I'll just do the react to Sunburst Tarot while I'm waiting. And then by the time I'm done with all of that, she should be done with her live. So that will be my 3 reacts of the day. And I'm all ready for Chantal. Man, I went to the store. I made sure to get my aspirin. Speaking of which, let's start out things on a positive note. There's something I'd like to tell you guys about if you're okay with it. Look, I love to eat chips and salsa, as a snack. And I normally get the tomato pepper based salsa, like regular salsa. And today I went to the store and I got this stuff. It's Good and Gather mango peach, made with mangoes, peaches, and jalapeno peppers. Like I normally favor the tomato based salsas, but I thought I'd give something new a try. Try something new. It doesn't hurt. And so I saw this stuff and I'm like, that looks delicious. I bet it's different and delicious. And I wasn't wrong because I bought it. And for those of you who are wondering, what does it taste like, Rose? Can you tell us? I will tell you. Unlike Chantal, I can give a proper product description because I just ate some of it before starting this react. I like for my salsas to be very, very chunky, very thick. That way, if you dip them into the chips or whatever, it will stick to the chip. I don't like a watery salsa. Watery salsa to me is just boo, watery. This is a tad bit watery. It's not as chunky and thick as I would like, but it is delicious. You can definitely taste the mango and the peach, but it's not too sweet. It's not too sweet. There's a correct balance between the sweetness and the heat from the jalapeno. The mango and the peach come at you first. You'll taste a little bit of the slight sweetness. And then the jalapeno hits you on the back end, comes into the back door, says, surprise. And so my mouth is confused, like it's sweet, but it's hot. It's sweet, but it's hot, but I like it. So, I mean, it's really good. Like I said, a little bit watery. I wish it were a little bit chunkier, then it would be perfect, but it's got a good taste. So if you happen to be at the store and you see something like this, get it. Even if you don't use it for chips, maybe you might want to put it on top of some tacos as a unique topping, or you might fix yourself up some white rice and put this on top of it, maybe some protein like some chicken, and have a main dish. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do with salsa besides put chips in it. So I just thought I'd let you guys know what I'm snacking on, and my mouth was very happy. So How about we get into the Twitter peeps? Because there's a lot to go through, and then we will go on to Chantal's live stream. Because that's what it is. And I'm just being honest. What? Don't look at me like that. I'm just being honest. Anyway, it's time for the Twitter peeps. Okay, it's time for the Twitter peeps. Let me just go ahead and make sure I am where I need to be. All right. Now I am. Cool. Okay. So, for those of you that are on Twitter, those of you that want to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you that are not on the Bird app, because you're like, I don't want to go there, that's why I do the Twitter peeps, to catch you guys up on all the stuff being said on Twitter. And that way you don't have to go there if you don't want to. All right. So let's start here with a post courtesy of Katie, you flapping tea. I have to say it that way because of YouTube. Chantal was talking about how the last time she went to the hospital and her sugars were so high, they kept her until they went down. I wonder if the real reason she did not go to the hospital for the boil was because her sugars were out of control and she couldn't afford to stay. Could be. Or it could be because there was no boil. I'm not saying that Chantal cannot get a boil. She is a diabetic, and boils can be a thing if you are a diabetic. Her sugar is completely out of control. Also, this might be another contributing factor. The fact that she does not bathe the way she should. She doesn't take showers. She doesn't wear clean clothes. Like all that filth on your skin, the bacteria, it may lead to boils. So like, I'm not saying she can't get a boil, but I'm questioning this time. I really am. All right, something positive courtesy of Yog. Bambi and Thumper in real life. So for anybody who grew up, watching Disney movies, Bambi, here's the real life version of Bambi and Thumper. You got a bunny with a deer. Aw, they're friends. Moving on to Florida Salt and Sass. Says LMAO, she just said, you can try and unalive me, but no one is trying to unalive you, Chantal. No one has to. You're currently doing an excellent job at it yourself. Oh, I see what she's doing. She's trying to paint Girl World as the bad guy, as if we are trying to hurt her. No, she's hurting herself. She's been hurting herself for years. Everything that Chantal's going through is something that Chantal is putting herself through. Girl World ain't got nothing to do with it. We're just over here reacting to her lives and her videos, putting our words and opinions out there. We are in no way affecting her mental, emotional, or physical health. Like she's doing all kinds of things to hurt herself. Nobody has to hurt Chantal. She's got that covered 10 spaces over. All right. Florida Salt and Sass says, does she realize she just insulted Chantal? Her Beezers are dumb as a box of rocks. We wonder why people still support her, but this is the brain function level of her supporters, so I get it. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty, teardrop, shut the F up and find a mirror. Someone tossed this person a rusty. Oh my goodness. So this is a picture of her main mod, Teardrop. What can I say about Teardrop? Well, I got one thing in particular to say to Teardrop. Teardrop, they say that the eyes are the windows of the soul. And I can say with all certainty, ma'am, you have a very vacant soul. Like I don't see any life behind your eyes. Like you look very dead inside. Honestly, I'm not being catty, I'm not being mean. I'm just giving my take on things. Where is your soul? I don't see it. Like something's very wrong there. Moving on. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty, sure. Always his room, your bathroom. Okay. So this clip is actually from the newest live that she's on right now. And this is the second live where Chantal is not turning her camera on. She's not camming up. She wants to sit there and smoke her shisha and not wear the hijab or the abaya. But this is what she had to say.
Go around with my garbage bag. Same garbage bag I'll go by, do her litter, then do his room.
Oh, sure. You change the litter box. Sure you do. Sure.
Not his room where he sleeps, but where he
You're just playing Maid Mariam all over the place, ain't you? You are such a little house cleaner, Kathy. You're cleaning things up. You're being tidy. Sure you are, Chantal. Listen, you are someone that you can't. You girl, even sitting still, you're out of breath. Laying down, you're out of breath. You expect us to believe that you clean the house and the health that you're in? No. I don't believe it.
No, hangs out, games, or whatever.
Sure, whatever you say. Whatever you say. Toasty Marshmallow says, I'm watching the ankle and he stopped it here. I'm dying. That was a great moment. I mean, sometimes you just get it right. Sometimes it's a happy accident, but that is one heck of a screenshot. Well done. Applause. Well done. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty. The fact Foodie Beauty fixating on, it looks like Just Breezin' daughter and alluding to PDF file vibes while monetizing this is wild. Ugh, let's watch the clip.
Why does YouTube keep allowing Breezy to talk about the size?
Can I just say something first before she goes running her mouth? I was listening to Chantal while I was doing stuff around here and doing the laundry and folding it and putting it away. Nothing but complaints out of her. And the vibe that I got from the current live, as well as the one that I'm going to be going over, but especially the newest one, this one, what is she trying to do? She's trying to say, by pointing out different things that people have done or said, they're awful too. So if they're awful, what that makes me less awful, that means I'm not awful at all. I mean, I don't know where her head is at. Is she trying to say awful things about people she doesn't like to her audience in an effort to keep them around her by pointing out they're awful too? So if you go to somebody else, just understand that they're awful. I mean, what kind of mental mind tricks is she playing here?
If someone's private. Yeah, she's such a positive, changed, wonderful person. She definitely co-signs friggin' revenge porn and child abuse, simping for Shani and Rev. And she's disgustingly creepy with her own.
You know what? Listen, I don't understand anyone who supports Shani and Rev. Anybody who's been around, they know about Shani and Rev, what Shani and Rev have done to each other, to the kids. Not a fan of that. Definitely not a fan of Shani. So I don't understand anyone who'd want to support Shani and Rev or be in the chat or whatever. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Own daughter by taking sexual pictures in her daughter's.
But I also want to point out, Chantal, that the hypocrisy of it all with you. Ma'am, let's go back to your history really briefly. I won't stay here overly long. Remember all the way back when Shani and Rev had money? When Rev, Jason, he came into $750,000, his inheritance. And within a matter of a few years, he and Shani have blown through every single bit of it. But more than once, they came into your chat and gave you money, and you were all kinds of nice to Shani then. And then the money ran out. And then, just as the case with S-Jam, when somebody stops giving you money, you'll turn your back on them. So you went from being okay with Shani and Rev as long as they gave you money to like you talking all kinds of crap about them. And then all the stuff about the kids and stuff came out. And then knowing said information about what happened with them and the kids, they made another channel. And you were a mod. And you were all up in that chat. You yourself were all up in that chat. So by trying to throw shade on somebody for being in their chat, don't forget about what you did. You were supporting Shani and Rev. And now you don't. I mean, you flip-flop. Girl, the only place that flip-flops are appropriate is the beach. Okay? That's the only place flip-flops are appropriate is the beach. You flip, you flop. You flip, you flop. You flop, you flip. Back and forth, back and forth. You don't stand on business. Your business depends on if somebody is in your favor or they're not. If they're giving you money or they're not. Since Shani and Rev can't give you money, I guess they're out of favor now, aren't they?
This butterfly mirror, who's a child. Like, and she sends Omarion a video of her young underage daughter dancing. Okay, keep talking.
And you know what? I haven't watched the whole live at all. I'm not exactly sure why she's bringing this stuff up. If it's a distraction, if it's a deflection on the fact that she's a liar, the fact that she comes on her own channel and she e-begs for money. She's e-begged several times. She scammed people. As a matter of fact, there's still a controversy going on of sorts where somebody paid her through PayPal to do a request, a tourtière, and she still hasn't done it. So she ripped off one of her own Beezers. So I don't know if she's deflecting and distracting away from other things, or maybe she just needs content. I guess we'll see when we get to the newest live.
Talking. Go call the cops on me. They make up things to make them feel.
No, we don't have to make up anything, girl. You've done so much. We don't have to make up anything. We got receipts all day. All right. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty at Team YouTube. Are you cool with Foodie Beauty threatening a viewer with physical violence live from Mangef on her current live stream here? Uh-oh. What does she do? Let's listen.
Why does YouTube keep allowing Breezy to talk about the size of someone's private? Yeah, she's such a positive, changed, wonderful person. She definitely co-signs friggin' revenge porn.
Did we just watch this?
And child abuse, simping for Shani and Rev. And she's disgustingly creepy with her own daughter by taking sexual pictures in her daughter's butterfly mirror, who's a child.
Yeah, I think this is like the same clip. I'm really sorry. I think I just watched this. My apologies. Oh. Same one. Oh, what is this? What happened?
You need help?
I'm sorry I played the same one twice. My apologies. Let's try this.
You obsess over women with kids. You are entering dangerous waters. Renelle, sorry to say this, but fuck you.
Ooh, she's spicy. He's a spicy meatball.
Okay, if you're gonna... Who did I talk about with kids today? Who? Shani? It was on the internet.
What? You know, listen, I am not all over YouTube all day long watching everybody. Why is she going off on Shani? Did Shani do something recently? Y'all let me know. Why is she all up Shani's keister today? What happened?
Internet that her boyfriend beat her kid. Fair game. If you're gonna simp for that, you need help. Sorry. Boozy, but it's okay for them to shame me for not having kids, right? So they can obsess over infertility shaming, but I can't.
Okay. Chantal, you were never infertile. You were not a female that you were never unable to have children. You were fertile at that time. You got pregnant. I believe it was twice. You chose to end the pregnancies, and then you had the hysterectomy. So you cannot claim to be an infertile woman.
Point out shitty parenting when I see it. Yeah, you can get bent. Dangerous waters. Show up, bitch. I'm ready for you. I'm not afraid of no human. All right, you can try to kill me, but you're not coming out unscathed.
You know what, Chantal? You are a big talker. You're a whole different person when you've got somebody actually physically in front of you. Anybody can talk the tough talk on the internet, because while you're talking the tough talk, nobody can reach through their monitor and like yank you up by your collar and do something. That's what makes you feel tough. The feeling of security that you can say what you want and there's nobody directly in front of you that will be able to respond to what you're saying. You hated French fry girl, hated her. And then you saw her face to face at the fashion show. And you had your moment where you could have said anything you wanted and you clammed up. As a matter of fact, as I remember, you invited her out for poutine. You were all smiles. Coward. You could have spit fire and nails at her with words when you had the moment and you didn't dare. You're talking about like you're not walking away unscathed. Da 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 da. Chantal, listen, I am not threatening you. Understand that I'm not threatening you. I have no desire for a physical confrontation with you. But I'm just going to tell you that, yes, you might be over 500 pounds. You might be a woman of a much bigger size. But believe it or not, somebody even my size could take you down. Let me tell you how. Let me tell you why. Because you're in really bad health. Yes, you may be bigger, but you get out of breath really easily. And your center of balance is not that stable. All that somebody would have to do is sweep one of your legs and get you off your feet, and the fight is over. Do you understand? I'm just letting you know that this is not me throwing a threat out there. I absolutely am not. I'm just letting you know that it is possible for somebody smaller, much smaller than you, to win a fight with you. Just because you're bigger does not mean that automatically wins the fight. Somebody smaller and faster could easily win a fight. They get you off your feet, put you in a headlock, decrease your oxygen to where you can't breathe. If you can't breathe, you can't fight. Take out your eyes, it's a done deal. It is possible for a smaller person to win a fight with a much bigger person just by, understanding which areas of the body are weaker and more vulnerable than others. So you can stop with the threats, saying you're going to kick somebody's butt. You don't have the stamina. You don't even have the lung capacity to fight. If you're out of breath walking across the room, girl, you ain't got a chance in a fight. No, ma'am, not against Shani or FFG or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or what. Like your health is bad. It's real bad. You should go to the hospital. Moving on, Florida Salt and Sass says yet again saying she was blanked because he hid her keys. Again, because you were high as balls on rugs. He sold you and he didn't want you driving and getting you both in legal trouble. He wasn't trying to keep you trapped. Correct. So back during Crackhead Olympics, Chantal, before she went to the crack house, she would always make a point to go to the outhouse, get a little rug delivery, and also make a trip to the liquor store, get some, what was his favorite? Didn't he like to drink tequila? He liked to drink one type of liquor. I forget what it was. But she would stock up on liquor, party favors, food, load up the car with all those things, make her way to Gatineau, make her way to his house, because Club Natter does have an admission price, and food and party favors and liquor were the admission price. He would let her in. She would make a point to get effed up. She would do it on purpose. She would get completely wasted. And he didn't want her getting in the car later, driving home like that and get into an accident. So maybe he hid her keys for that reason, so that she couldn't go home. She purposely would go over there, though, getting effed up on chemicals so he wouldn't send her home so she can get extra time with him. She made sure that she wasn't sober. Two-Tailed Caper says Foodie Beauty's boil is apparently full and ready to burst again. What? Hold. Slam the brakes, Superman. What do you mean ready? Full? Huh? She told us a story about how she took one of her insulin hypodermic needles and she punctured it. So how could it be ready to burst again? What? I'm telling you, this whole story is a lie. I guess she lied about going to the doctor before, because if she told them it was oozing purple fluid, they would have addressed it. Either she did not want to go, or Sal was too busy to take her. Sucks to suck. Or this whole thing could be a lie. I did ask my friend, I'm like, if somebody came in and they had that going on, what the procedure would be. Something that looks like that, they'd want to, it might be something really serious. And they want to take a sample and like look at it and see, is it tissue? Is it infection? What kind of an infection is it? Is it MRSA? What is this? They would want to do some testing. So yeah, her health is up to her. All right. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty, I hope every person who has ever donated or considers taking heed to this grifting, scamming, lazy person. Foodie, Queen of WTF says, Foodie Beauty. Beth Sunberg says, when are you going to make the tortilla you were paid to make a while ago? Excited for that one. Foodie Beauty says, don't know, but eventually sure. Listen, Foodie. If somebody pays you to do a certain amount of work, you should do it. And if you're not going to do it, you should refund that person's money. You don't get to keep the money if you're not going to do the work. And whoever this person is that paid for the tortilla, I'd say get your money back. File a chargeback or something. Get your money back. If she's not going to eat the meal, because how hard is it to sit down and make a tortilla and then eat it in front of a camera to satisfy somebody's request? Why isn't she doing it? And if she didn't want to do it, why did she take the money, accept it? Why not send the money back immediately? But that's not a good enough answer. Eventually, sure. No. Do it soon. Don't just put it to the wayside because you can. Hectic Llama says the wonky eye look is intentional, apparently. Yasmin says, please switch off the big eye filters from your Samsung. Can't you see one eye was double the size of the other? It is very disturbing and distracting. Foodie says, but I like being wonky-eyed. So does that mean you were manipulating the filters? Is that what's going on here? Huh. All right, something positive from cats that make you go, aw. This St. Bernard has the cutest way to win over kittens. Aw, look at the big puppy. So dogs and cats can get along. And what a beautiful St. Bernard, by the way. Beautiful, beautiful dog. But this dog loves kittens. Absolutely loves them. Wants to love all over them and lick them and mother them. And the kittens just love the puppy. Bingo says, Foodie Beauty comes so close to being self-aware, but then doesn't. Full video. All right, let's blow this up.
Another one.
So I love this clip that you posted, Bingo, because I mentioned that when Foodie sits down and she does her mukbangs, she literally does the same meals over and over and over and over again. It's not like every video is different. She keeps recycling and rehashing the same meals over and over. Look how many times she's about to eat Indian food.
Another one, 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 you know.
And I rest my case. Now, you could go on Foodie's channel right now and just do a search and say sushi mukbang or Indian food mukbang or pizza mukbang, and you'll probably find like 10 videos of each. She's not even imaginative enough to make up different meals, something different than what people have already seen. But thank you for posting that, Bingo. All right. Shenanigans says, not only did she try to use FAS as an insult, but she also admitted that she doesn't want the reaction channels to stop talking about her because they make her relevant. Pick a lane, girl. Exactly. So let's watch.
And inbred. You're the one who looks like you have fetal fucking alcohol syndrome.
That mouth. She's got such a dirty mouth, doesn't she? Ugh. You know, Chantal, the next time that you go get groceries, pick up 10 bars of soap and wash your mouth out with it.
Your puffy ass face.
Ma'am, you're not really? You're going to talk about somebody's puffy face? Really? You're going to go there? You sure you want to go there?
I don't even want them to stop talking about me. But don't cry when I return the fucking favor.
And that's exactly why you like us talking about you, because it gives you something to talk about, because you don't want to find things for content. You want to keep doing the same lazy, uninspiring, boring nonsense. You've convinced yourself in your head that you can just continue to be boring and boring and boring and talking about the same reactors over and over and over again. And people are just going to keep watching and watching. Chantal, look at your numbers. The longer you keep on with this, the less people are going to want to watch. And that includes the reactors. I mean, there will come a point where everybody's so bored to death, they just can't go on. You're burning everybody out with boredom. I'm not saying you have to go back to Canada and do party favors and go wild and drink like a fish. No. But you got to do something. Switch it up. You know, like do something different. Like give us something new to talk about. Everything you talk about now, we've talked about at least 1,000 times. We're tired of talking about the same stuff. The audience is tired of hearing about the same stuff. I mean, there's only so many times you can put the same topics in the microwave and heat them up. You understand?
Okay. You're making me relevant. Of course I don't want you to stop.
No, you're irrelevant. You're not relevant anymore. You're how do you say irrelevant? I want to say that. It's a big word. Don't yell at me. It's a big word. The big word that doesn't want to come out of my mouth. Ugh. You're not relevant anymore. If you were relevant, why are your views so bad? Like you're not the big deal that you think you are. You're not. You're slacking off, girl. Hectic Llama says she let it slip that her original play button was damaged with a hammer. And this is also courtesy of the wonderful Pulpy Syntax. Let's watch.
Play button. It said Miriam first and then a hammer. I mean, it got a dent in it.
So we knew that though, didn't we? Didn't everybody in Girl World say that? Didn't we say that she took a hammer and smashed it so she can get the plaque with the Foodie Beauty name?
Silver plaque fraud. Play button.
She just basically self-confessed that we were right, that we were dead on the money. Foop Olympic says, it's kind of fascinating how Chantal has zero concept of what a normal portion size looks like. So this is like her newest mukbang. And yes, I'm going to tear it to pieces. So, question. I know that there are a lot of you that in my audience that maybe you're not into watching mukbang channels. Question for all of you. if you were into the food channels like food reviews, mukbangs, if you clicked on this channel without even knowing Chantal and you saw this setup, would you stop and watch this person, or would you just click on over to the next channel? Is there anything here in this shot that would wow you, that would make you keep watching? Because I don't see a doggone thing.
Well, today I have something, you might be like, that's all you're going to eat?
And it's so unprofessional. She's doing like a mukbang, and she's got the Pepsi in the can. That looks tacky. And she's taking the tinfoil off of the food. That's tacky. She should have the food on a plate. Yeah, a nice presentation goes a long way, does it not? You know, make it look kind of fancy, look nice. She doesn't want to be bothered.
Yeah, I was surprised by the portion as well.
And I'm sorry, I don't know what that dish is. No disrespect to the country or the people or even the chef who made it. As far as YouTube content and making a video, that's not a good choice for a mukbang. It looks dry. It doesn't look good. When you do mukbang videos, you want the food to look fresh. I know, don't yell at me. You want the food to look appealing. You want bright colors. You want everything to kind of glisten on the plate. You want it to look mouth-watering. That's not it. That right there is not it.
For the price, but it's basically, do you remember how you used to eat those Jamaican meat patties? This is,
Girl, how could I forget?
Arabic style meat patty, I guess. It's
like, honestly, if you were into food reviews or mukbangs, would this be enough to keep you on the channel? I say no. It looks boring. It looks bland. It looks way too simple. It does not look appetizing at all. Look, everything is still on this plastic, whatever this is, this tray. This is so early YouTube days. We've come a long way since then. But Chantal doesn't want to be bothered to spend money to make things look nice. All right, Miss Sassy, go lightly. You, when you psst a cat and it actually works. You know what? When you're a cat owner, Miss Go Lightly, sometimes not even that works. And I speak from experience. I can do that to Booger. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes Queen Booger gets in a mood and she don't want to listen. But sometimes it does work. All right, moving on. Let's see. All right, now this is funny. Why you should have an animal. Gang of turkeys walking up on a Doberman who stands on business. So these turkeys are walking up like, you Doberman, we heard you ate part of our Uncle Felix for Thanksgiving. We want to have a word with you. Come back here. We want to have a word. Where you going? Come on, we want to have a conversation, all 5 of us. Don't make us call the rest of the family. Look at the turkeys just walking up. They're walking up. They mean business too. They're not playing. That's funny. Okay, now this is something disgusting and awful that Foodie has done. Perfectly Imperfect says, and by the way, Foodie Beauty does go after children. She used a Twitter sock account and DM'd me an AI picture of my children kissing. She's truly sick. Chantal, what is it about Perfectly Imperfect that you insist on going after her and her family? Like, did you really do an AI picture of her children kissing before you made up sock accounts showing her children's pictures? Why do you keep going after her children? What do her children have to do with YouTube? They're not on YouTube. They're not doing reacts of you. They're not going after you. They're not part of girl world. So don't make them part of girl world. That's way below the belt, ma'am. Way below. You know, everybody knows on YouTube, leave the kids out of it. Even if they're grown, leave the kids out of it. Tat Von B says the difference is you aren't fat. You're morbidly obese. Foodie beauty. Some people in girl world might be larger, taller, or even overweight, but they don't resemble our walking, talking beanbags. Your face is so full of fluid that is finding it hard even to, I guess, watch. Okay, let's watch.
The pic of Yaba's gut circulating. No, I don't care about that. Honestly, I'm not weird like them. I don't care about fat people. Like, okay, so.
Actually, you do. You're always saying that everybody in girl world is bigger than you. And, you know, I don't get that. The whole obsession with saying, yeah, I'm super morbidly obese, but they're obese too. Like, what are you trying to say? We're reactors. We are not supermodels. What does weight have to do with anything?
So, the only time I point it out is if you're making fun of me when you're bigger than me. Of course, I'm going to point that out.
Chantal, you're weird. According to your standards, nobody is allowed to react to you. They can't be too old nor too young. They can't be too thin nor too fat. You have ridiculous standards about what a reactor should be. Reacting is just giving an opinion. At anybody at any size can do that.
But like, we all know she's fat. Like,
and
does she think
even if that's true or not true? What does it matter? She's a reactor. You can talk. Weight ain't got nothing to do with that.
That by not camming up, that she's
okay. Shut up with the whole not camming thing. This is twice in a row that you haven't cammed up. You've done 2 live streams already. You did not turn your camera on, girl. You didn't.
You know? Like, I don't know.
Hypocrite. Cam up.
But anyways. These people are sad. Sad, sad, sad people. I don't get it. The pic of Yaba's gut circulating.
Okay, what else we got here?
An inbred.
I think we just watched that one. So I guess she's talking about the YouTube Underground today. What a surprise. Day-to-Day Ray says, isn't this against terms of service asking her Beezers to send her pictures of Yaba's family? Let's watch.
I love that. I need to make that an emoji. I need to find her family members and make them emojis.
Why? Again, if a reactor is talking about you and you're talking about them, you should keep it just like that. Because what's the family got to do with it, Chantal? What does a person's family, their kids, their partner got to do with you unless those individuals are directly involved with you? But if they're not, why go after them? Why go after innocent children? Why gather up their pictures? To make community posts? To be hurtful? What are you trying to do? Why are you punishing children out of your anger for Yaba? It's disgusting. It's so disgusting.
Anyone have pictures they can send me?
Asking strangers to find and send you pictures of somebody's children is creepy. It's nasty. It's low down. Like, that's wrong. It is so wrong. Like, whatever, the little ones ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They're just kids being kids. They ain't got nothing to do with girl world. What are you going to do, Chantal? Use those pictures in what regard? For a community post? For a video? Like, what is the point of getting somebody's kids' pictures? I don't get that. You want to use the pictures in a hurtful way? I don't know. Okay, Mini Falcon B Sky Social says the comments are the best part. She hasn't deleted these yet, so I guess these are comments on the video. Rita Beezer says, why would you ask your viewers this? Because I've been blocked for suggesting anything that's healthy. Do you understand exactly how incredibly hard you are to support? One day you'll ask something like this, be very serious about knowing you must make some changes. And then as soon as we are on board, you are having fast food, which, look, that's fine. The issue is that your content is what you expect us to support. If we try to encourage you to stay on track, either it's blocked and we are told it's being negative and you just want to Beeze, or we are blocked without a care. I mean, sure, have the audience you want and you deserve that. But how are we to know what that is? Right. She keeps you guys confused because she can't make up her freaking mind. And this post is in response to Chantal making a community post about a diabetic friendly meal. So clearly one of the Beezers is saying, look, like, we don't know which way to go here. We keep hopping from one foot to the other. 1 minute you say you want to be healthy, and the next minute you're doing an unhealthy mukbang. Like, we don't know what we're supporting here, and I guess neither do you. Okay, more story about the boil. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty, thanks for admitting you took donations and didn't complete the transactions. Let's watch.
Justice for Ray's sponsored meal, Sky Fieri. I always forget. Okay.
Oh, I always forget. I didn't forget to take the money, though. I didn't forget to spend the money. I just forgot to do the work that you asked me to do for the money. Of course, she's going to forget that part.
Hey, Rayu, I'm sorry.
No, she's not.
I don't know. Maybe they're mad that I didn't make the meat pie.
Well, you would be mad, too. If somebody pays for something and you say you're going to do it and then you don't do it, of course they're going to be mad. Of course they're going to feel ripped off.
I didn't, you know, I appreciate your donation.
Of course you appreciate it. Greedy, scammer, e-beggar. Of course you do.
But I don't know if I can eat that right now. You might have to wait.
Yeah, sure. You can eat everything else, but not tortilla. Get out of here. Enigma 2025 says, she says Natter hit her keys and they made her scared because she couldn't leave. Kind of how she likes to take Salah's wallet. So he can't leave the house? So tell me who was the aggressor one in Chantal and Natter. She was more aggressive and still is verbally abusive. So this is from the live. Let's watch.
Especially like the taking the keys thing was always scary.
Yeah, of course she's going to paint this picture of victimhood when it came to Natter. Oh, he took the keys. But understand that there's more to the story, y'all. There's definitely more. He took the keys, but why? Why did he take the keys? What were the circumstances? What was going on? Was she drunk? Was she intoxicated? Was she under the influence? And it would have been unsafe for her to get on the road at night and drive home? So to make sure that she didn't crash into a tree or other people, he took the keys. Maybe that was the story. The fact that Chantal would go to his house and she would get effed up from the floor up, and he did not want her leaving in that state and maybe getting him in trouble. Maybe that's why the keys were hid.
Because like you really literally can't leave. People who know things about.
And to be honest, she wanted to get effed up. She wanted extra time with Natter. She was so obsessed with that man that she knew that if she got effed up, he would refuse to let her leave. And that's exactly why she did it. Kind of force him to keep her there so that he wasn't cheating on her. Let's see. And I hate to show this guy to you guys, but here's one of the mukbangs that she did. This is clearly Foodie content. Somebody paid for this to get the meal and have like the ranch dressing dripping down her face, looking like something else, something sensual. sexual. Yep, doing that on purpose. Made sure to get that close up. And that's exactly why I'm not reviewing that mukbang. Let's see, what else we got here? Yep, Foodie content. Fat Cow says she's sitting awfully comfortably for someone with an open wound. And if you are to believe her, waiting in a queue with 40 minutes, she wouldn't do that under normal circumstances, let alone with a hole in her leg. Exactly. So she got a big old boil thing happening, but she'll go wait in line for food. Not. I don't think I'd do that with a big old boil on my fupa or near my kitty cat. All right, let's see. All right, so I think we're all caught up. Sorry it took so long, but I'm hoping that Chantal's live is more entertaining than that. Just oops. Oh, I pulled up Twitter again. Sorry. I'm not paying attention today. Oof. Okay. So here we are with Chantal. We're just getting a portion of this, y'all. Yes, we are. Yep. We're not doing all this. I'm not doing a 6-hour react. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah. No one knows what happened, but like apparently on her Facebook, it was saying that.
Oh, for those who do not know, there was another content creator, Simply Sarah. From what I saw of her, because I don't cover her, I don't react to her. Very nice lady who liked to cook. Unfortunately, she passed away. Really, really sad. My condolences to her family and friends in their time of grieving. But yeah, Simply Sarah is no longer with us.
That she was very ill, like she was vomiting a lot. Yeah. She got sick at the end of March and couldn't recover. Yikes. Really unknown? That's just what I heard anyways. Okay, I gotta go get a different hijab because this one is like friggin' annoying the hell out of me. She passed, yeah. I'll be right back. Honestly, I don't have to worry. Like with the other hijab, if I talk, this is gonna slip. If this I can go la 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 la, and it's not gonna slip. Hey, Katie Kate. Yeah, her Facebook. You're not looking at the right one, then unknown. That's exactly it. But what's her Facebook? It's like Sarah.
I'm just going to give an opinion here. I have seen other lovely ladies in the Middle East who wear the hijab and the abaya, and they always look so elegant. And wearing the hijab and wearing the abaya, it's desert climate, it gets hot. So it's meant to be worn in a way to where it's loose and comfortable, to mitigate the heat. And the way that Chantal wears it, whenever I've seen the other ladies wear their hijab, the hijab, it covers right below the hairline and goes down. Chantal wears her hijab like nearly covering all of her face. Like it looks very tight and uncomfortable.
I can't remember. Babe, hello. She was only 45. I know. So sad. Babe. It's her real name. Yeah, I can't remember unknown though what it is. Sarah Marie Pollier Potter, something like that. Hallier? I don't know. Something like that. I remember like I can't remember where I saw a post about it. Hey, Minna. I'm not giving it out. I mean, it's public. I could not believe that. My eyeliner's uneven. Sorry, I don't mean to like minimize her passing there, but oh, Sarah Marie Sallier Potter, yeah. It's so sad. She was like a really nice person.
Yeah, and you're not.
Hi, Living. I roll. You hope earn blue. Thanks, Dog Paws. Yeah. It's good, Lizzie. Alhamdulillah. Heather, hello. Sorry to pick my nose, it's itchy. So, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Hi, Callie King.
I'm sure you're feeling a lot better because the boil was a lie to begin with. You keep backtracking your story, changing your story. The math ain't math, and it was a lie. You don't have a boil. You don't. And I did notice when people were questioning the boil situation and telling you to go to the doctor, immediately you came up with another lie saying, oh, it popped on its own. Your concerned Beezers were saying, you need to go to a hospital and get that checked and get it taken care of right away. So to take the pressure off, you came up with another lie of, oh, I don't have to go. It's already popped. Well, even if it did, if the boil was real, you still need to go because the infection is probably still in there and the plug has to be taken out and analyzed.
Like it's on the mend, healing nicely. I know, Shadow, yeah. Oh, sorry to hear that, Gulabi. Inshallah, you will reconnect someday. It's good, rat with fupa. Could I recreate one of her recipes? I'll do the bologna salad. I look like I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, I am.
Okay, I'm not here for the food talk. Move it along, Chantal.
Healthy, but I don't know. My stomach's weird now. I can't eat. Maybe the antibiotics. Hey, Joe Wrestling. Like, I feel weird. I don't know.
Chantal, you never feel good. I honestly, guys, I can't think of a live stream that Foodie has done in the last several years where she came online and she said, I feel good today. I feel really, really good. I've got energy. I want to go do something. Let's go do something together. Let's go do some activity. Let's go walk somewhere. Let's go look at something. Let's explore something. Let me show you guys something different. I'm sure you're bored of the same old content. She's never had that kind of attitude in forever, especially since being in Kuwait. It's constant complaints. I don't feel good. I'm tired. She comes online complaining, yawning, tired, even though she might have the CPAP lines on her face and she just woke up. Could it be, Chantal, that all of the fast food is slowing you down? It's making you feel sluggish. And that's why you have no energy because you keep eating garbage? Could that be it? Maybe. Maybe. But are you going to change the routine and get a different result? No. You just come online and you dump on your Beezers, and I guess they're okay with that because they're sticking around for more.
Yeah. Yeah, Karen. Ugh. The hiccups.
Like complaining about your health to your Beezers is not going to make you feel better. And it's not going to make what's wrong with you go away. You know what will change things? Changing your routine, changing yourself. Stop eating garbage all the time. Stop having B moments on camera and off. Give your body something to work with besides garbage. If you eat garbage, you're going to feel like garbage.
The Dubai strawberries, yeah. Those were honestly too good. Too good. Yep. I guess no more of those for a while. Help the abscess not come back? I don't know. Honestly, I feel like
Yeah, you know what? Question. You're supposed to be sick, you don't feel good. Where is handsomest man? If he were a loving husband, why isn't he taking you to the hospital? Why isn't he taking you to the doctor if you are ill? I would think that a husband who cares about his wife, knowing that his wife is seriously sick with something, would be concerned and at your side and saying, let's go to the hospital right now. We need to treat this right now before it really gets ugly.
I guess just trying to really get my blood sugars lower. And
how the F are you going to do that if you keep eating junk food? How's that going to happen? Do you think eating the mountain garlic and the sea moss gel, that's going to magically bring your blood sugars down? Taking double the amount of metformin, that's going to make it happen? No. None of that is going to make it happen. You've already tried it. It didn't work. Nope.
You know. And it's getting hotter too, so it's going to be hard. I think I'm going to like really just not ever. Like I do shower every single day, but maybe.
Lies. I don't believe that. Does anybody believe that? That she showers every day? I don't believe that. I don't believe it because this one comes on camera in dirty clothes. She's so filthy and so nasty that she'll wear the same abaya for days. And even when it gets dirty, she'll turn it inside out and turn it backwards if she gets stains on the front just to wear it again. So are you trying to say to me, Chantal, that you take a shower every day and then you wear dirty clothes? What? Ew. What is the point of taking a shower and getting clean if you put on dirty, nasty, twice stained clothes? Either you're getting clean and putting on dirty clothes or you're not taking a shower at all.
Adding like an extra shower, making sure to not.
Nope. I'm sorry. I don't believe she's showering. Why do I say that? Because Chantal, being the size that she is, with her lack of stamina, taking a shower, bathing all of herself, making sure to get in all the creases and curves and everything else, that would wear her out. That would take all of her stamina. She would be exhausted if she took just one shower. If she thoroughly bathed herself from head to toe, scrubbing everything thoroughly, it would wear her out.
Like at least 2 a day. And then
you're not taking 2 a day. Chantal, getting into the shower and letting the water just hit your skin and not making sure the water touches below the waist, that's not a shower. No.
I mean, sometimes I do. It just depends.
Self-confession. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. What do you mean? You need to shower every day.
But never missing baby powder.
Oh, so that helps. So you're going to put baby powder on a dirty body. Excuse me? What?
It's in an area with a lot of friction, not to be TMI. But you guys know, you guys know my body type, right? So when you're bigger, there's friction and you have to, especially if it's hot, you have to have some kind of moisture absorption control. It's true. But yeah, I actually have been spraying my body with deodorant.
Speaking of deodorant, Chantal, didn't you tell us that you had this special, was it a chromosome or a gene to where you don't sweat? Or was it that when you do sweat, you don't smell? I think you said you've got the genetic thing where you don't smell. So if you don't smell, why do you have this spray?
That's what I usually do. It's almost empty. I gotta get a new one. These are expensive. And then,
You know what's cheaper? A shower. Soap and water, much cheaper, much more effective.
like, I have stick ones, but I don't like them as much. And then I have some baby powder, cornstarch baby powder. Yeah, spray deodorant.
There we go. Thank you. Strawberries and Cream says, you said you didn't have the body odor gene, right? She said that.
And I want to do both because I want it to be foolproof. But I don't know. I really think it's like blood sugar related because I've had them in different areas of my body.
Yeah, I remember all the way back during Crackhead Olympics, you had one boil or cyst right near your bra line. And wasn't there another one, or maybe it was during your operation, something where Pete's had to blow dry your fupa, and he didn't like the odor coming from it, so he would purposely point passive aggressive Pete's for you. He would point the blow dryer at her face so she would have to smell it.
Like randomly. I don't have the body odor gene. This is for friction.
How is that spray going to help with friction?
But it doesn't mean, it just means like my armpits don't smell.
I guarantee you they do.
Like, I don't even spray my armpits. Like, ask Salah. He's like, how do you not smell?
How would he know? He's never there. He's saying your armpits don't smell, but how would he know? He's never around you anymore.
Because, like, if he doesn't wear deodorant, like, look out.
Wow. You're supposed to love your man. And here you are throwing shade at your man. You're saying that he stinks. And that's rich coming from you. And we know you smell. Your friend, your best friend Pete's, when somebody asked him what you smell like, he said like old moldy cheese. So apparently you do smell, Chantal.
Like, he's a person who needs to. And he needs to shower frequently.
Wow. The passive aggressive realness of it all. She's just being rude to Salah. He must have really ticked her off this day.
Like, you know. So, you know how men are with like BO if they don't?
No. Because a lot of men do care about their hygiene. They do. But it's amazing that you say you love handsomest man, and yet you get on a live stream and you say this about him.
It's toxic and highly flammable. I'm not gonna, I don't know.
ECP says, LOL, putting Salah's business out there. I know, right? Oof.
Cotton jersey lady boxer. No, he smells good. He takes care of himself, and he does, like, you know, that's the thing. Arab people are very, very, very particular about hygiene. Like, there would be no way he would live with me if I was smelly.
There's no way that he would live with me if I was smelly. That's why he doesn't live with you. He's not living with you. You live there alone, Chantal. That is your place. He does not live there. He's only there when he has to be. He doesn't live with you.
Okay. He's not Pete's. Pete's probably wouldn't care.
Wow. So shading Salah and Pete's? Shading Pete's, her best friend of 17 years, her ex, her best friend. She's saying that Pete's stinks.
You know what I mean? No, I mean, he smells good, but like, you know how men get, like, even if it wears, like in the morning, if it wears off, you know?
Let me tell you something. I don't like Pete's. I don't like him at all. He's a creep. to me. The way he treated BBJ, I'm sorry, there's no going back. There's no forgiveness with that. Who he is and what he does to his own body is his business. But the way he treated BBJ, I can't forgive that. I just can't. And the lack of care for his cat, Timbit, can't forgive that either. Will not forgive that. But the nerve of this one, saying that Pete stunk, when I remember very clearly how she would not take showers at all. When she went to go see Natter, she would bathe herself in perfumes and body lotion to hide the stench. And there were more than one occasion when she would go over to Natter's house in Gatineau. When she got there, he would tell her to take a shower immediately. How embarrassing. You go to see this guy that you like, and before you walk in the door, and his first thing to you is go take a shower. So if you don't stink, Chantal, why was he telling you to take a shower? Why would he say something like that?
Oh. It's time to shower and put that deodorant on real quick. It's gonna cause a fire with the deodorant. I've never had a problem. I've been doing it for a little while. So you have to, yeah. And I also think, like, I don't know, but the shaving is horrible. Like,
can I just tell you something, Chantal? Look, this is just common sense, but it seems with you common sense is lacking. It doesn't matter if you put perfumes on. It doesn't matter if you put body mist or body spray on. Even if you put on, say, a Christmas tree scented spray, if you got a dirty body that you're putting it on, all it's going to smell like is a Christmas tree on top of a pile of poop. It's not going to completely cleanse the stench away. It's not going to mask it very well. That's why you got to bathe.
Like, I think, like, you know, like ingrown hairs can cause that too, really bad.
She's trying to act like she shaves down there, or she shaves it all. I bet she doesn't. And again, I'm not being rude, but Chantal, at her size, has a problem. Like, she even said, like, when she takes a shower, she washes nothing below the waist, and it's because she just can't see what's going on below the waist. And ladies, anybody out there that shaves, I shave, I do shave everything. How would she be able to bend forward, either standing up or maybe laying down the tub, to shave her areas? Wouldn't that be a bit difficult at her size? It's not impossible, but it would be more difficult. I don't think she shaves.
Toxic fire warnings? Oh, yeah. This will happen to your fupa if you spray it. You too can prevent fupa forest fires. Whatever. Yeah, it does. Yeah, diabetes, obesity, poor diet all leads to inflammation in the body. 100%. Yeah. Yep. You use the same one, Krista? Baby. Chub rub baby powder. Fupa fire. Sugar wax? I should wax.
You know, it's amazing how much she yells and screams about privacy. Yet she does this. She gets online and she talks about these things, which in my opinion are kind of private. Like, why would you share this with your audience? But this is what her content is.
Susie side, hello.
Let's get past all the shaving stuff. I don't even care.
I mean, like earlier today I did, but not before going live. My eyes are turning red. Yeah, I am really tired.
It's always the same, isn't it? Anybody notice that? When Chantal comes live, I mean, you guys can see right here. Look at the timestamp, 22 minutes, 37 seconds. She's not been online for hours. We're not even at a half an hour. And she's over here complaining, I'm tired. Every live, she says, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. I don't feel good, I'm tired. Well, you're the content creator. Why don't you get yourself to a state where you're not tired? When you got just enough energy and focus where you can do a live and be entertaining for people. It's always the same. I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. Well, then go get some doggone sleep and eat a proper meal, not a bunch of garbage, and take a shower, and then come back online and entertain people the way you should.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sick of her saying, I'm tired. You know what, Chantal? I'm tired. Honestly, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of your attitude. I'm tired of your negativity. I am tired of your complaints. I'm tired of your nonsense. I'm tired of you talking about the same boring crap over and over and over again. I'm tired. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you. You know, this is crazy. You don't have to go hog wild. You don't have to do party favors and get effed up. Give us something, girl. Entertain the people. Give the people what they want. They want entertainment. Why can't you do that? Why is it so impossible?
Come, big girl.
What was more cheap and greasy, those wings or Yaba's wife?
Oh boy, now we're talking about Yaba. Of course we are, because what else is she going to talk about? This is her channel and her content. She can talk about whatever she wants. We're going to talk about the reactors again. Chantal, this is why I say you are a reaction channel, whether you want to admit it, whether you realize it or not. You are a reaction channel. You react to the reactors who react to you. You got stuff to say about us. But make no mistake, you are a reaction channel. You are reactionary. You go on Twitter. You go on YouTube. You look around for stuff to make you mad and to talk about. You're a reaction channel. So you really can't say anything about those who are reaction channels and doing it better than you.
That's a good one. Yeah, probably the antibiotics. Sniff rubbing alcohol. Ugh. No, it smells like alcohol. I don't think I would have a last meal, Sarah, because I don't think I would be hungry right before knowing I'm going to die.
And you know what? I'm going to call some people out right now. I know that Chantal doesn't like Yaba or FFG or any number of reactors out there. I get that. That for her own reasons, she does not like the reaction channels. She doesn't like the fact the reaction channels are entertaining. She doesn't like the fact that the reaction channels can take her content and make it more entertaining and maybe make a little bit more money or get a little bit more engagement than her. But also, who I want to call out are people in her own chat. Some of you people that are Beezers, you talking to you. There are lots of you that there are reaction channels that you don't like for whatever reason. But you ain't got the big fupa balls to make a channel and make videos and put your views out there yourself out of your own mouth. No, you don't want that smoke. You don't want it. So what you do is you get in Chantal's chat and you try to get something started because you got a bone to pick with a reactor here and there, but you don't want to pick it yourself. You want to use her as the mouthpiece to go off on people because you're too cowardly to do it your doggone self. Like some of you people in the chat, you guys are fire starters. You want to get a fire started. You got a bone to pick with somebody in girl world, but you ain't going to open your own mouth. You don't want that smoke. You don't want to start the fire. You just hand the torch to Chantal and let her go.
In like a few minutes. Yogurt. Yeah, I know. Probiotics, eh? I might get some probiotics actually. You can't get a dentist? Oh no. Katie Kate, like, hey, Brooke. Wingstop was 5.5 out of 10. Cabbage diet. Why are you cleaning your little fluffy pushed-in Persian face? I don't know anything about the Beck drama.
And you can't tell me that there aren't people in Chantal's audience that they are as eager to see Chantal angry as the reactors are. They purposely get in her chat and they gas her up, or they try to. They want to see her get mad. That's entertaining for them too. It's not just the reactors that want to see her mad. It's her own audience. They get bored of the food content. They get very bored with it. And that's why they gas her up as much as possible.
I would probably rather take a long walk off a short pier.
Like this person, Sarah Mimi Kimchi says, any thoughts about Beck's now ex's drama? Well, if you have thoughts, Kimchi, why don't you make a channel and put your thoughts out there? Or are you scared? You want Chantal to speak on it because you don't want to do any videos and such.
Then listen to that anymore. Sorry, but it's true.
And before anybody asks me, have I heard about the drama, the stuff going on with Beck's now ex? Yes, I've heard about it. I was shocked. I was like, whoa, it's a lot. But I don't really cover Amberlynn or Beck. But yes, I've heard about it.
Don't forget to like, thank you. What was your question, broasted Korean? Why are there so many Koreans? So Wingstop.
Look at her. Not even half an hour and she's already yawning. She's saying she's tired. Why do a live like this? It's so unprofessional.
Okay, right. These people are all mental. Like, I can't. Like, I feel like that's why I can't. I have to stay away from now on from Gore World because
I have to stay away from Girl World, she says. Girl, that's the last thing you want to do. That is the last thing you're capable of. Are you kidding me? If you try to stay away from Girl World, how would you fill your time after you do your mukbangs, after you do your lives? How would you fill your time when you're all alone in the apartment and Salah isn't there to watch a movie with? What else would you be scrolling by and watching on your phone? You make it your business to be on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, anything with your name. You have to watch it. You want to keep your eye on every single freaking reactor. Heck, you even keep an eye on the tarot readers. You cannot sit there and say to me, Rose Thorne, I don't watch Neo Tarot. I don't watch Sunburst Tarot. I don't watch Melissa Gold Tarot. I don't watch Four Wands Divination. Mama, I know you do. I know you do. And I just heard a few minutes ago from a friend that you mentioned Sunburst Tarot's reading in your newest live. So you do watch. You are watching everything everywhere. But you're not part of Girl World, right? No, not you.
because they're mental and they make me feel mental.
But apparently you like being mental because you gas yourself up. You get yourself spun. You choose to watch the stuff that we put out when you don't have to. You know it's going to make you mad. You know it's going to get you upset, but you do it anyway. So you go where you know you shouldn't go. And you watch things you know you really shouldn't be watching. So you put the unleaded fuel in your gas tank and off you go.
No thanks. Gee, Avrobellis, you're very bright. What does it look like I'm doing? Like,
and for the record, Foodie is trash. Shani and Rev are also trash. Chantal's trying to say, I'm better than these people. Nah, you're all in the same dumpster.
don't like patronize me and try to, gaslight me or deflect or whatever the word is when I'm just talking about something. Kicking her autistic child. Yeah. Whether it was kick, hit, whatever. Now they're trying to say it didn't happen. You went to fucking jail. You went to jail. Like, your kids were taken away. So I'm allowed to say these things because these people have the fucking audacity.
I still, listen, again, I don't follow Shani. I don't watch her videos. I am not in her lives. I don't know what Shani did to gas her up like this. I just don't know. Maybe she didn't do anything. Maybe she did a little bit of something and Chantal's blowing it up because she needs content. I have no idea.
To talk shit about me and say that I abuse Julia. Hi, Teardrop. There's no disgusting talk right now. Well, that's not true. Like, roasted. I hate these fucking people.
I'm sure they hate you too.
I can't stand people like that.
Then stay away, stupid. Stop talking about them.
Anyway. And no, I should have never, ever been friendly with them at all. They're disgusting, but...
But you know why you were friendly? Because they had money once upon a time, and now they don't. So it's like, oh, they don't have money. Game on. If they had money, I would shut my mouth because I would want access to that money and the chance for them to super chat me $100 like they used to. But since they can't do that anymore, game on. Game on. I don't have to worry about, am I missing out on any kind of super chat money? They're not going to give me any.
I know. She's delusional. She's a delusional cow. She sits there and says, I make excuses for my health. Bitch, you don't even get up to go to the bathroom. You shit in a bucket. And you blame it on your MS and I have Hashimoto. That's how you sound. You're disgusting. Like, I have Hashimoto's with your 2 teeth in your head and they're black. Don't ever come for me. You're disgusting. And Rev, you're tweaking out like you're missing protein because she's eating it all. I don't know. Lay off the crack, buddy, okay? Claiming you're a revenant news. You're talking about Christianity. You're going right to hell. I hope you know that.
Now she's got me curious about why she's going off on Shani this hard. What did she do? Look at this. All of you cowardly ass people in Chantal's chat. I'm calling every single one of you out. I'm calling you out on business. All of you. You're all cowards to me. Those of you that are bringing up people's names, you're all cowards to me. You're Beezers, you are cowards. Because, yes, Chantal has people that she doesn't like. But you have to admit, Beezers, there are people that you guys don't like, but yet you're not going to make a channel. You're not going to make any content. You're not going to make any videos because you don't want the smoke. You don't want to step in the arena with all the other gladiators. You don't want to get a taste of what we reactors sometimes have to deal with. You don't want to be criticized for the lives that you might do and the videos that you might do. No. You don't want to be put under the microscope. So you got bones to pick with this person or that person, and you want to use her to go off on people because you won't put your faces out there. You won't put things on your channels. Cowardly when you got something to say and you're trying to let somebody else say it for you. You got this much hate in your heart. Make a video, make a live. I dare you.
Shannon Jack Skeleton. Oh, fuck off, hero. How is my cat? My pet care is not good. This is the most spoiled animal on the planet. Okay.
Not spoiled. I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree with you because I feel that my cat Booger is the most spoiled queen in the world, and I love her. She is my queen. She is my baby. Booger. She's sleeping. That's my queen. She's the most spoiled little girl in the world, and she will continue to be, and I love my kid, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, she can't even, she has to use a commode. Anissa. Chantal, what are you eating? Don't make excuses. You're literally fatter than me. Step on a scale. I want to see it.
Oh boy, here we go. Step on a scale. Why don't you step on one? A real one, a bariatric scale that you can't mess around with. Tell us your true weight, Chantal. I'm clocking you at being 550 plus. Prove me wrong. I'm so tired of hearing you say this person needs to step on a scale and that person needs to step on a scale. You step on one that you can't mess around with. A big one, like the kind you'd find in a hospital with the handrails and such. I guarantee you're over 500 pounds. You are. If you're not, if you actually did it, if you stepped on a scale like that and your weight was below 500, I'm a woman of my word. I would apologize to you. I would say I was wrong, Chantal, and you are right. I'm a woman. I'm a woman of my word. I would apologize to you for being wrong, but I know I'm right. 550 plus, bitch. 550 plus. It used to be where you were smaller than Amberlyn Reed. I think the two of you are almost neck and neck for your weight. She may be a little bit taller than you, but the weight is fluctuating right about the same for both of you. You might actually be heavier than she is.
Like, I'm going to take health advice from you? Please. Like, I can't with the delusion of people in Gore World. Like,
where exactly is a delusion in girl world? Are any of us creating a whole fake fantasy life for the sake of views and subs? Do you see any of us flying to the Middle East to get involved in a fake phony relationship with a man that doesn't care about us? You know, playing house with a stranger that wants nothing to do with us? No, we're not that delusional. Only Chantal is.
Conte's daughter is good at dragging too, yeah.
And I want everybody to notice something. Do you see how happy she is? She's happy. She's happy in this moment because this is the real one. I don't care if she's wearing a hijab and abaya. This is the real Chantal. This is the Chantal that likes to be nasty. She does. She likes to be nasty to people. She likes to go off on people. She likes to be insulting. She likes to be hurtful. This is the real one. This is who she is. I don't care what clothing she's wearing or not wearing. This is the real one. This is the one that existed back in Canada and is still prevalent today. It has not changed. It has not gone away. She's happy being a hurtful, hateful, nasty person.
You can sit and spin, hero. Sit and spin. Anyway, thank you, Rebecca. Grilled fish with Julia. Yeah, strawberries. She doesn't get to me, but it's the audacity I just feel like if I don't point it out, I'm going to explode. Like,
Yeah, that again, that's on par with her. She's Chantal has an anger problem. She even said that. She's got a problem with her anger. She needs anger management. She needs to go to anger management classes. But she's filled with self-loathing and self-rage. She's very frustrated and angry about herself, about her life. And that anger increases because she's not satisfied with who she is and what she has. She always wants more. She covets what other people have. If she goes to a reaction channel and they're getting a lot of super chats, more than what she's getting, it's going to make her mad because she feels like it's a competition. Like she has to be in competition with other people, either in real life or online. She feels like it's a competition of sorts. Like, Chantal, no one was ever made happy by treating life like a competition, that if somebody has something, you have to have more. You'll never, ever reach happiness that way. Being in competition with everybody else in their life and what they have in it. Like, if you got a house, I have to have a condo. If you have a condo, I have to have a mansion. You'll never be happy like that. You'll never have a sense of satisfaction with life. You'll always be feeling like you're lacking, or you're angry because you didn't get something that somebody else got. Just, you can't live like that. You can't. You try to put yourself in a position where it's like, I have more than you and I'm better than you. Having more doesn't necessarily make you better. You can talk to anybody that may have a lot of money. Some of them might tell you that the money gave them a lot of misery, and having a bunch of stuff did not lead to happiness. It led to just more bills and a higher mortgage or more car payments, and the pressure is on to keep up with that lifestyle. You can't judge life by possessions or money. Can't. You don't like yourself. You don't like your life. You don't like it to the point where you made a whole fake life in front of YouTube. You painted a picture of happiness that's not even real.
like, what am I delusional about? We're at with Fupa. Are you actually
Your life right now?
supporting a child abuser? Is that what you're doing? Because that's what it sounds like. She holds her cigarette in the hole in her busted out teeth. Like, and don't fucking cry, because these people do live stream after live stream after live stream reacting to the dumbest crap. And
they do live stream after live stream reacting to the dumbest crap. You mean your videos? You mean your lives? Are you calling yourself dumb? You're insulting yourself. Thank you for that joke today.
And like, the nerve. The
audacity, the gall, the fupa balls.
Like, I can't get over it. I can't. I'm sorry. Never thought I would see the day. Hey, Jenny. Hey, damn it, Amber.
Let's move on from
I
Jenny.
don't know. Are you a princess? Buttermilk candy? I never heard of that. Chrissy, I knew her kids did, but I was hoping pets too. Yep. A rotting purple turnip boil. Exactly. And a happy new year. She sits there in a shirt that's stretched out with a gray ring around it. By the way, who does really good reactions on Channy and Rev? Carrie Board Housewife. And her boobs are down to here. Like,
again, Chantal, be careful. Be careful. You sound like a big old hypocrite right now, talking about somebody else's clothes and somebody else's boobs. Be careful. Do you think you really have the platform, the foundation to talk about somebody else's boobs or their clothing? Do you really?
Like, and she's sitting there with two black teeth in her head, about a size and a half of me, talking about my health. Can someone make that make sense, please?
Okay, is this all there is just talk about Shani? I don't want to talk about Shani.
When you like
this is a 3-hour live stream. Let's keep it moving. Can we move past Shani?
Yeah, she reacts to Shannon. Are you abused? Come here. The titty part 4. No, what is that? Anyways, what do you want to talk about?
Wow. So I just spent the first hour going off on Shani. That's 1 hour, and I'm deciding as the content creator to keep this going for another 2 hours. So what do we talk about, y'all? Look, if you run out of ideas, just cut off the live stream. Why does it have to be 3 hours if you don't have 3 hours worth of content?
Calling animal services about Julia's actively subtracting from animal welfare. Exactly. Feeding cats is like your only source of entertainment. Juice. I did earlier, Belle. She's in a grocery bag right now. No, I haven't even seen part 1 of Letitia's saga. Maybe play a Switch? What?
Jeez, she just started this. Never mind. How is it that I'm a smaller channel and I can do a 3-hour live stream doing the tarot cards? I'm multitasking and this one can't even just sit there and talk without yawning. How is that possible? This is sad.
He passed away.
Wake up.
People think they're
You know what? You know what you should have done during this live stream? Like if you're yawning all over the place, what you should have done is made yourself a cup of coffee and drink that sucker while you were chatting. So you can wake up a little bit.
Ambassadors of Mercy. Hi, Melly. Hello. Would you let any of your pets or children be around those two?
Oh God, are we still on, Shani? Next, please, next. Like, can we put this book away? Put this book back on the shelf and get another one. I'm bored with this tall tale.
Probably not, right?
Go away with Shani.
Yes, Celeste. I drink a lot of water.
Who cares? So does a camel. Next. She talks about the silliest stuff.
Milk jug rings. Yeah.
Elephants drink a lot of water. Camels drink a lot of water. Killer whales drink a lot of water. What's your point? This is front page news that you drink a lot of water? Nobody cares.
They love those, huh? I know I always have to have like at least 1 million of these. Like
we don't care. We don't care. Maybe the reason why you need to drink so much water is because of all the sugar you put in your system. If you're a diabetic and your blood sugar gets very, very high, your body will respond by making you excessively thirsty, trying to wash away the sugar out of your bloodstream. This is the reason why you're drinking water, Chantal, and yet you're thirsty. Your body can't even hold on to the water that you put in it because it has to flush all of these sugar out.
Old in the fridge. They have no you can't even reason with people like that. Like, you can't, you know? It's almost like they're mad that I saw the light. Hey, plain cheeseburger.
What is this? What nonsense are you saying now? Go back.
People go to Vegas and lose 10K in one slot machine. Yeah, addicts. Yeah, a gambling addict. If a man would stab 2 women, why wouldn't he put a cigarette on someone? And there's video evidence of him doing that pattern of behavior, dumbasses. It's because it's me, YouTube lover.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm a reactor and I'm here to correct you on the BS you're trying to put out in the pasture and make everybody smell it. Correction. The Sam's Bar Lounge videos were not of you and Natter. They were of Natter and Dee Dee. You were in none of the videos, although you tried to claim they were of you and they never were of you. As far as the Crackhead Olympics content, I was there. I watched everything, even the stuff that you dirty deleted. I never saw evidence of Natter doing anything physical to you. Did the two of you get into arguments? Yes. Yes, you did. You would go back and forth with the arguments. But an argument does not mean abuse. It could just be two people having a disagreement. You getting angry because he told you no to something, or he doesn't want to see you because you're way too clingy. But that's not abuse. An argument does not mean abuse. And you told us this story about him putting a cigarette out on you. Where's the scar? There was no scar. You want to know why? Because he never put out a cigarette out on you. You even changed your story later. Didn't you tell us before that he flicked a cigarette at you? He flicked it at you. That's not a nice thing to do. But flicking a cigarette at somebody is not the same as putting a cigarette out on someone. That never happened. If it did happen, you would have a scar. And we know you. If you had a scar, you would have showed it for the sake of content, for the sake of YouTube and sympathy and getting super chats. You'll exploit your pain. You'll exploit the pain of others. You don't care. He didn't put a cigarette out on you, Chantal. Just as you lied and you said, he hit me so hard, I saw stars. That was a bunch of bullshit too. Want to know how I know? Because I'm looking at you right now. You, madam, have very pale skin. Very pale skin. Very ivory colored skin. Very pale. So if somebody hit you in the face, there would have been a bruise. You were on blood thinners back then. I don't know if you still are, but you would have bruised pretty easy. Somebody hitting you in the face, we would have seen it. We would have known if you had a black eye. But you were live streaming every day for hours. Never saw a bruise on your face. And then later on, you did a few live streams where you said, and I quote, I exaggerated the claims. Talking about when you went to the cops, I exaggerated the claims. And then you said later, I didn't lie for revenge, but you lied. When you are a victim, when you've suffered trauma, there's only one version of the truth, and the truth is all you need. And the truth never changes. Things kept changing with you. Your stories kept switching around. I didn't lie for revenge, but I exaggerated the claims. And you also said in another live stream, he never beat me. I clocked you a long time ago for being a fake, phony victim. There's just a lot of things that didn't add up. Like the fact that for him being an abusive man, You kept going back and forth to his house. You kept seeing him, and you weren't scared to be in the same room as him alone. You kept sneaking off to motel and hotel rooms with no problem, no fear. You didn't flinch when he was in the room. You weren't scared of him. As a matter of fact, you taunted him. These are all things that a real victim would never do. And even to this day, you bring up his name again with no visceral reaction. I would think if the man had been truly abusive to you, you wouldn't want to talk about him. You wouldn't want to mention him. You wouldn't want to think about him. You want to put as much distance between yourself and him as possible, and you don't. And I will stand on business when I say this. I think because you talk about him so much, it's pretty obvious the two of you are still talking. You are still talking because he's the one that got away. He's the one that you couldn't control. He's the one that you really wanted. Salah was just the stand-in. He was the one that you settled for because you couldn't get the one you really wanted. Because the one that you really wanted to be with Didi. So you had to settle for Salah. You created your own misery. You did. You're still doing it. You fake, phony victim.
You know, but them not believing it doesn't mean it didn't happen. So, you know, that's all I have to know is that I know it did. And I know there's others who do. And I know a lot of people do too, because at the time, the same people who are turning it around now.
No. There's no turning it around. No. Like you kept flip-flopping. Oh, he's abusive to me. And the next minute, oh, he's a nice guy. You guys don't know him like I do. We talk for hours and he's not that bad. And you would stick with that narrative until he made you mad again. And then it was back to him. He's an abusive man. Chantal, abuse is not something that you should use and put into a game of control. And that's exactly what you did. You used the fact that you had a channel and an audience as a means to control, to humiliate, to embarrass, to possess. Real victims would never. Possessive, controlling, jealous, manipulative women like you, though, would.
Were the ones who hated me for staying with him because he was an abuser. They're just...
Chantal, I don't want to hear your bullshit. I don't because I remember all the way back, madam, when you first started seeing Natter, people were exposing to you, hey, guess what? This guy's got a profile on a dating site. You're wanting to get all kinds of exclusive with this guy, but obviously he doesn't. You were warned about this guy early, and you decided to go ahead with it. So you can call us all the names you want, but you knew what was up. But you had this vision in your head. You were going to be a bad girl in love with a bad boy. And it was the two of you against the world. Two rebels without a cause, in love. Ew. You want to pursue that bad boy, bad girl life. You're an idiot.
They have no... You can't even reason with people like that. Like, you can't. You know? It's almost like they're mad that I saw the light. Hey, plain cheeseburger.
You didn't see the light. You're still not seeing it. What are you talking about? I saw the light. What light did you see? Are you talking about the light coming from the fast food sign and the Burger King sign? What light did you see? Are you talking about the refrigerator light when you open the refrigerator? I saw the light. What light did you see? What? If you saw the light for real, you wouldn't have got involved with Salah. You would have said, okay, I've learned my lesson. I'm done. I'm so done. I am not going to put myself in the position to be used again. But if you got involved with the romance scammer, obviously you did not see the light, girl. You didn't see it.
And they make up shit. Like, who the fuck are you?
Wait. Stop right there. What did we make up? How? If you do live streams and we're reacting to them, what exactly do we make up? How do we have the opportunity to make stuff up if while we're reacting, like I am right now, We're playing your video. We are showing you the words are coming out of your mouth. You're doing whatever. And all we're doing is giving our opinions. What is there to make up? What?
You to make up what happened. The haters, of course, will say go with the narrative that he left me for doo-doo. When that's not what happened. 100% that's not what happened. I dropped his ass.
No, you didn't. Chantal, I'm going to give you the blunt truth. I'm going to give it to you. I don't like you, but I'm going to give you the truth, and it's going to hit hard. It's going to cut like a knife because it is true. See, you're a scammer and you're a liar. So is Natter. He's a scammer. He's a liar. And just like Salah, he is a man that feels like the world owes him something, that he's entitled to be taken care of by a woman. So he looked at you. He looked at Dee. And yes, at that time you had lots of money, but you absolutely, positively screwed yourself from ever getting with Natter based on the way you behaved. Every time you acted out of pocket, every time you lost your temper, every time you did something like calling the cops on him and pretending to file charges or threatening to file charges, every time you sat out in front of his place blasting music, every time you went to his house when he wasn't there, trying the doors and looking in the windows, you're showing him that crazy, psycho, unstable behavior. It worked against you. You were showing him your crazy, ugly side, girl. Granted, you had a lot of money, but there are just some things that a man will not look past. You know? So Natter looked at you and he looked at Dee. And he said, okay, I got a choice of door number 1 or door number 2. Door number 1, Dee. She's a bit more calm. She's definitely not crazy. She's not psycho. She's not completely unstable. And she's got a place of her own. If I stick with Dee, I've got a soft place to land for her forever. He was looking for stability, and you don't have it. You still don't have it. You're very unstable. Your instability works against you. You want men to get wrapped around you. At the same time, you're unstable. There is nothing about you or your world that is stable. Your finances are unstable. Your health is unstable. Your personality is unstable. You're jealous. You're controlling. You're manipulative. You lie. You live in a world of delusion. Unstable. And even for a sugar baby like Natter, like Salah, every person looks for security and stability. And if you don't have it, and if you can't offer it, that is noted. The person looking for the security and the stability, they will mark it down. They will note it down in their head. And they're going to take note that you are a pit of quicksand. And if they're looking for solid ground, you ain't it. So he picked Dee. Maybe Dee doesn't have the money that you do, but at least there's a soft place to land. A place where he can lay down his head. And he knows that Dee's not going to flip out and go to the police. You, on the other hand, you're a loose cannon. You're a wild card. You can't trust that. That's why you lost Natter. All your little games of manipulation and control and jealousy worked against you because you were showing him the worst of yourself versus the best. And here's the crazy thing, Big Mama. Here's the crazy thing. Lean in and fucking listen. Lean in. You wanted Natter so bad? You really wanted him? You could have had him. You really could have had him. You want to know how? By going the opposite way, by being the opposite of what you are right now. If you had gotten your head straight, got your issues straight, gotten your health together, gotten your finances together, know your worth, structure your life with strength versus instability. Put things in the context of, I'm Foodie Beauty. I got my head on straight. I'm getting my health together. I got my YouTube channel. I'm doing well. I'm traveling. I'm doing stuff. I'm a boss bitch. Instead of just saying it, actually be it. He would have been chasing you. He would have ringing your phone off the hook. That would have been very attractive to him. You showed him the weak, unstable, angry, hateful part of yourself, and you gave him control over you when you should have had control over yourself. That's where you lost the game. The moment that you said online, I am addicted to this man, you lost the game. He had total control and power over you from that moment. You gave it to him in a gift box that here you go with a bow. If you had kept that power for yourself, used it on yourself, cared for yourself, he might have been running after you. You wouldn't have had to work so hard. But everything is as it is, and you're dealing with it. And here you are in Kuwait with Salah paying yet another man to fake love you. Well, that's the life that you chose.
In Lachine, drove home with the intention of seeing him again, and then the Sam's Bar Lounge crap happened, and that.
Oh my God, why are you bringing that up? Had nothing to do with you. Nothing. You know what? For someone who's supposed to be a victim, why are you bringing up somebody else's trauma? Why are you spotlighting somebody else's trauma? Why would you do that if you are a real victim? Why are you making it a talking point on your channel?
That's, you guys know the story, like, you know.
And that the Sam's Bar Lounge stuff was not your story.
I think so.
Did not include you.
A lot of people were concerned that I was with him. I get that, you know, but
so Mimi H says, why are we talking about Natter? Good question. This person that's supposed to hurt her. Oh, he did so many horrible things. Why is it that after 3 years, she's still bringing him up? Want to know why? Because she lied. If she were a real victim, she wouldn't bring him up. She wouldn't. There's no reason to bring him up. She's in Kuwait. She's with Salah. Why would she bring up Natter? Why is it still a talking point? Why is he in the front of her mind when he should be in the back, forgotten? Why?
You know. Okay, Justine, take care. Teardrop. Gross, eh? I heard that they were accusing my uncle of being a cat abuser because his cat was overweight. His cat's been dead forever. That cat lived to be like 20 though. Like, get a fucking life. Like, really, just like, I can't tell you how much I pity you people for being this way. It's disturbing. Like, it's so bad. And then I don't have the right to sit here and tell you the fuck off? Yeah, I don't think so.
I have a question, Chantal. You're over here saying that this person and that person is disturbing. Ma'am, can I just say that I find it disturbing that you, yes, you, like, I know you don't like Perfectly Imperfect. Okay, you don't like her. Why are you going out of your way to get pictures of her children, her son and her daughter, and make up profiles and stuff with them and make an AI picture of them kissing? Why are you involving her children in this girl world stuff when they're nowhere near it. They don't have channels. They're not reacting to you. Why are you going after her kids? That's freaking disturbing.
I'll do whatever the hell I want. Like, it's so pathetic. But you're right, Beeze. Yeah, she did do that. She's full of shit. Weird science when she turns Bill Chet in that big pile of crap. You're right. Yes. Thanks, Linda. Yeah.
You know, I sit here, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I sit here and watch these lives of Chantal's, and I sit here and listen to her complaining about this person and that person, going off on this person or that person, and I'm looking for the why. Like I just keep getting this feeling like there's something going on in the background that she's not telling us. Like what caused a rage this day? Is there something that we should know? I feel like these rages where she's just going off on random people, she's not really mad at the people she's talking about. There's something else that she's really mad about that yet she won't say. You get what I'm saying? It's just like something else somewhere in her real life ticked her off. And she wants to let out that rage for that person or those people. But she can't for whatever reason. So she's going off on just random people on YouTube. Does that make sense? I'm wondering, like, where is this rage coming from, Chantal? Who are you really mad at? The more you rage at random people, the more I'm like, there's something going on here. And I'm just trying to figure it out.
A rat with Foop as a mod where? Barbara. Skinny and I'm trash, like people trash. Damn it, Amber. Our world is like just one big projection. Like,
wow. Roasted Korean said Yaba went live from her phone the other day and her lisp was so bad her own chat were laughing at her. She blamed it on water in the phone. So, Roasted Korean, are you making fun of people that have a lisp? Is that what we're doing now? Making fun of people that might have a speech impediment or a speech issue? I got a little bit of a lisp. I know that, but why are we bringing that up now? Why is that a thing? I don't like, what is the significance of that? You're bringing up somebody having a lisp. Roasted Korean, can I bring this to your attention, sir or ma'am? I don't know how to address you, but Chantal talks with a little bit of a lisp herself. I don't know if you've noticed, especially when she does the baby talk, it comes out. And I don't know if she has a natural lisp or it's for the baby talk, but she talks with one too.
they would look like a prostitute teardrop. Did you hear that one member? What's her name? Sally? Oh my gosh. From her support group coming on and going, she looked like literally like this.
I'm sorry, I had to do it. I love that. I can't. That's great. That is, listen, that's a moment right there. That's right there. That is a thumbnail moment if I ever did see one. I have to. I have to do it. What? Don't yell at me. I have to do it. That's my thumbnail right there. Let's I Listen, with Chantal's content, you don't get a whole lot to laugh at. But that's why I had to stop and laugh at it. You know, we need the comedy once in a while because some of this content is dark. But that's a laugh at her moment. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, I'd like to see what teardrops looks like. Like, I really want to take my brain out and give it a rinse.
First, you would have to have a brain to take out. If you took off the top of your skull and reached in, you wouldn't find anything there except for a bunch of oil, just a bunch of vegetable oil. And that's it.
Can you fucking believe it? I can't with the stupidity. How you gonna look literally like Jabba the Hutt?
Ma'am, be careful. I saw a picture recently on Twitter. Somebody put a picture of you stealing next to Jabba, and you guys were kind of twinning there for a minute.
And make fun of our precious teardrop. Don't worry about how she looks, how much she weighs, because I'm telling you right now, Sally says it all. She's a lot better looking and thinner than you.
Honestly, I don't care. Chantal, you're such a superficial, shallow person. You're shallow. You're all about weight and looks and money, and my channel's the biggest. You're a superficial biatch through and through. And that's why you're unhappy, because your life has no substance. There's nothing to keep you grounded. It's all surface level. It's all about what's on the surface and what's in front of the camera. Ugh, so yucky.
All right. I swear these people, they tune into Yabba like it's Maury morning show. Their new morning show.
She just told on herself. How would she know what goes on with Yaba unless she watches her? Thank you for telling on yourself yet again.
And they all laugh like that together about calling us fat. Phrase it. Don't come for the drop of tears ever. Yeah, you're gonna get it. I'm ragey, and you're gonna get it.
Bring it. If it makes, what's that? What is that? Who was it that made that song? If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Oh my God, I forgot the name of that person. But this is what makes you happy, Chantal. Raging. You like giving it to people. Give it to us, girl. Come on. Put your boxing gloves on and get busy. Come on. We want you to do it.
Okay. Kim, who knows? We've been trying to figure it out. I just have random bottles of water everywhere. Good. I give them to my cat. What are you, Freddy Krueger? Yeah. Yeah, ew.
And you know what? I just got to say this too. If I were a content creator on YouTube and there was another content creator I did not like, I would be more like, let's keep that to ourselves. Because every time Chantal talks about another content creator on her channel, all she's doing is increasing that person's audience, because people who are in her audience that might be hate watching her, if she's talking hatefully about, say, Yaba or FFG or Just Breezing or Garlic Bread or whoever, Milk Tea, Milky Chai, they're going to check out that person's channel and they may stay a while and they become subscribers. Like, you're giving these channels that you don't like free press, Chantal. You can't talk bad about somebody without promoting them at the same time. So if you really hate these channels, you're also increasing their sub number. You know that, right?
I wouldn't be. Hey, Lace. Well, that's not true. I mean, I don't know. Really, like I said, you can really just ignore everything, and and I have been for the most part, but
No, you haven't.
I forgot to say these few things. Say that to my chihuahuas. What do you do, Chewy? What do you do, Chewy? Please never leave us, Belle. Hi, spicy mayonnaise. Okay. What do you want to do? I should go to bed soon.
Why don't you go to bed now? So it's 1:20. Like, you guys see the timestamp, 1 hour, 27 minutes, 31 seconds. She's like, I need to go to bed soon. I'm tired. What do you want to talk about now? She doesn't know what else to say. And yet this live stream went on for 3+ hours. Like, what she should have done is say, look, I'm done letting off the steam. I'm gone. But she's concerned about the Google AdSense money. She wants as much as she can put in her pocket because she's broke. So let's just keep on with the content for another hour or so.
Or sometimes she'll bring like fertilized eggs to one of her chickens to sit on. It's so cute. Okay. I have pictures of it at the store, actually.
Is she done? I mean, is there anything? Oh God, she's laying down. I hate the laying down streams. I do. Ugh. Chantal, can I ask a favor, please? I'll be nice. When you lay down and do these streams, can you please back the camera up just 3 more inches? We don't need to get that close to your face. Thank you.
An ointment. Stephen Asante, they were making fun of him. He's so short and small. I know. I don't know how somebody at his age would even want to do operations. Like, man, live out the rest of your life in peace. He knows they can't catch him. True. Girl. She's so funny. I love her. His dad, I know, YouTube lover. His dad is a saint. Doll butt shoving. Yeah. Yeah. Girly pop, your name says it all. This is tight. Hey, Camille. Everyday Miriam. Celeste still wants to call me that, but I'm like, I like my name Chantal, you know? I'm just, it suits me. There's a button around my neck. We knew about the plaid frock. What did you know? Oh, well, prove it. It's not like YouTube is going to reach out to me and go, because I'll just say I was joking. So there you go. I'm kidding. Really? Freeze it? Thank you. Guilty laugh. No, unknown. Muslims don't take their husband's last name. They can mail it here. It's crazy. Can't think, get bored after you're married. You know what I mean, though. At least you've been married for a while. Thanks, Minna. If you're happy, who gives... Yeah, lace. Here it is. Okay, what is it?
Okay, you know what? I really don't like the lay down streams. They bug me. So If there's anything that I'm missing, it's okay to miss it. It's okay. She's got another stream that I'm going to react to, but I don't like being this close to Chantal's face. I just don't. It's disturbing. It's like, can you back up? Back up. Let's not be close like that. Let's just not. I don't. No. I don't want that. I don't want to be that close. All right, guys. I'm going to cut off this reaction because Chantal's got another live stream that I'm going to react to. Plus, I got the tarot react to do still. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.